back then. The very popular, the butterfly knives. Very popular.
yeah.
I had a butterfly knife. I thought I was
good at that
badass
thing,
with
yeah.
those.
I could use it when I was a kid. I would cut myself now, but
No, I can still do it.
But nunchucks now coming back.
I do with my stapler at work. I pretend
Yeah.
it is. Anyway.
You use your stapler as nunchucks?
No,
No,
as a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Really?
There's no knife.
It's got some swing action on it?
It's a swing line.
Yeah.
It's a 450.
That's
You don't wanna mess
exactly
with
what
that.
Swingline thought about when they created the name
They were
for
like,
that.
but nunchucks. I'll tell you a funny thing that you're talking about him. You know, our drummer Tim the Magnificent, Tim Cook.
Of course, yes.
He's really good at nunchucks. So I suggested, and then wouldn't you say this would be a great middle of the show, that he put some kind of chain between his drumsticks, and in the middle of the show, instead of doing a little crazy twirly thing that Motley Crue does, he stands up and just starts nunchucking shit. Wouldn't that be badass?
It would be, but he'd have to have another set. Like one drum set would have one because you can't go that far apart. So you'd have to have one like ready, and you just
absolutely just put it in your little drum
awesome.
thing. Yeah, it would
be great.
And nobody would notice. He would like do. He would just hit the bass drum for a while, and then pick up the other set and then jump up and be like.
That would be awesome. Where's Tim at? Tim, you listening?
I've already discussed
nunchuck sticks.
He knows about it. We discussed it.
I'll say it louder. Sorry. But no, this is actually in San Francisco. The police department there, they were looking for a less than lethal alternative, and
really?
so they decided to bring back
which police department was this?
San Francisco.
Oh wait, they were looking for a less than lethal alternative.
Yeah. Well, San Francisco, not Oakland.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah. But they actually sent 20 deputies to study it, and they found that it's they found that it's a great weapon because it gives you all the same impact of a traditional nightstick, but then being that they have the rope between. Now they're using hard plastic with rope between it, but with that they can actually use it to wrap around
wrist or
wrists
gun,
and things like that, and disable people. Yeah.
Now,
so it's kind of cool.
What you do when you use this, if you're worried about police brutality, you take the nunchucks and you wrap them in phone books. You tape the phone book around the nunchuck, so it doesn't leave a bruise.
Oh, I understand.
Phone book.
I'm telling you what.
That's actually a well-used thing by police for police brutality. They beat people with phone books. They do. They'll put the phone book against their torso.
Yeah, it's like a
and
bag of
punch
oranges.
them through the phone book.
Internal bruising.
It doesn't actually leave marks. Yeah.
I've been following up on going back and watching all the old episodes of Sopranos, and one of the ones they had this woman down and they put a phone book up and went to shoot her and said, "This will just muffle the sound." And the bullet only went about halfway through the phone book. So like, you're lucky now. They went back and killed her.
Well, that's a low caliber gun.
Yeah, 22. Well, maybe 20. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing I know is that if
we should test that next time we're over here.
We will. I have a 22 and a couple other things, so we'll check it out. Definitely.
Let's do it.
Did you guys get the nunchucks back when you were a kid? I did.
I had a set, and I had a couple throwing stars.
I beat the shit out of myself with those things.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to get the training ones that have like the foam padding around them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, man. The day that I'm in the police academy and they're like, "Hey, here's your weapon. You're going to go bust gangbangers." I'm like, "Okay, I think I'm going to drive a bus or something, dude." Because you got anything in the fire department I can talk to you guys about? Because a burning building seems a lot safer than me going into the middle of a gang-related area with some nunchucks.
Compton with some nunchucks,
yeah,
right?
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a little close quarters.
That'll work well.
Little too close for comfort there.
That'll work well. Yeah.
Like, put down your AK-47.
I've got nunchucks.
Yeah, I'd rather have some like telescopic nunchucks at that point. You know what I mean?
Go get your nunchuck.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Something along those lines. Something at least go like 130 feet.
Well, I don't know their protocol, but if I was a police officer and somebody had a gun pulled on me, I'm not using nunchucks anymore.
Honestly, if
I'm going with my gun.
If I'm a cop or if I'm not a cop, if I'm just a regular person, anytime anybody pulls a gun on me, I'm diving underneath something.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a stack of phone books. From
That's
what I
rule
understand,
number one.
that might not be a bad deal.
Yeah.
Stop a couple, dude. Yeah. I'm not attacking at that moment.
Did you see
I retaliate then shortly afterwards.
Of course, yeah. You take cover first, but Mythbusters actually did a test with phone books, and they layered them page by page.
Interleaf them? That was amazing, dude.
You saw that?
It took the tanks.
It took two tanks to pull them apart. It ended up breaking cables and
actually,
chains.
you're
and
right.
things.
It actually took the binding off before it ripped the pages apart.
Yeah, the friction there. That's cool.
Yeah, if you actually you ever seen that, Ben?
Yes,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen that
amazing,
episode.
Dude. I have no idea. They tried to pull it apart by hand. They're like, and I'm thinking that's going to come right apart. And then they tried little like Toyota Corollas or something. And
well,
I'm like,
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but do you know how phone books are bound? They don't use glue. They actually use truffle butter.
Well, that makes sense then. Absolutely. It's an expensive way of doing it.
It is the most sticky substance there is.
Oh, I'm not even going to repeat what I
we're
just
not
read.
going to repeat what Lord Cheese just texted us.
Nope, not going to do it.
No,
Not going to do it.
No.
Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
All right, one last story for the break. All you, buddy.
Me again?
All you can.
I don't know what segment we're on here.
We're on the frickin' segment with the story that you just had pulled up right there, buddy.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, this dumbass? So, guy in Pennsylvania decided to rob parking meters.
Okay. I had a dream about that once, but go ahead.
How much money do you think parking meters have inside them, really?
$6.
Yeah. So he did $4,000 in damage by taking these parking meters out of the ground and breaking them open. 4 of them. So they're about $1,000 a piece, I guess.
Wow.
He got $30.
Yeah, but you know what? He didn't pay for the parking meter, so he's okay with it. He's like,
The problem with parking
really,
meters...
how much work did he put out to steal 4 parking meters, and he only got $30?
Well, parking
Get a
meters,
job, shit.
Parking meters nowadays, you look at more modernized cities.
yeah, there's no money.
They don't take
anymore.
No, it's all digital.
Yeah.
You're all using your credit card for
They've
that.
done away with it, especially here in Tampa. That's all they have downtown
Right,
now.
right.
Right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think there's any more of the old ones. But no, I actually had a ridiculous dream one time when I was younger about stealing parking meters. And what I did in my dream was I had a now they're very vivid dreams, but I had a truck with a what do you call it? Geez, I'm losing my mind.
Bed, tailgate,
It was
bumper,
What do you call
door,
it? You plug something in
winch?
after you put gasoline in. A generator in the back of it, and I had my portaband saw. So I wasn't ripping them out of the ground. I was just cutting the tops off and taking them. And I got a lot more in my dream than that because I remember just sitting around all these quarters being like, woo, and then I woke up and was like, damn, I'm broke. It sucked.
You got to be desperate to be pilfering parking meters to begin with.
yeah.
You're not getting a lot of bang for your buck on that.
And you're completely exposed, too. It's not like you can do it in hiding. It's,
Right.
it's not like you can hide behind something unless it's the one parking meter you're at and it's the middle of the night.
And the
You
thing
could
is,
dress up like a mailbox and just stand right next to it real quick and be like,
But again, that mailbox-
cut it off.
So you're gonna dress up in a $100 mailbox costume, use a $100 saw,
Hey, look,
and you get $30. That's a bad ROI.
you got to spend money to make money, my friend, dude. That's all I'm saying.
or
You might-
spend money to lose money.
Yeah,
in this
really.
case.
But if you had the costume, you might not get busted because as soon as the cops come, you just duck back in your mailbox and you're like, oh, I'm just nothing but a mailbox.
Yeah, but you'd have to. This guy got 4 and he got $30, so you'd have to spend all night. You'd have to get like 30 of them to make your money back.
And obviously he got caught.
Well,
But
this
he got
isn't.
caught.
This is not just a one night thing. This is a career, my friends. You got to look at this like.
Oh, so
Like a
there's
franchise.
Wait, there's a career in pilfering parking meters.
I'm actually might start
Well,
a franchise tonight. I'm going to get
no,
online.
here's the problem, though.
Kickstarter.
You steal 1, you might get away with it unnoticed. You steal 3 or 4 in a city, they're going to start watching them. So now you got to hop city to city. Then you're paying gas.
Well, I'm not sure
Yeah,
you
look at
are.
that way.
Caleb,
You could ride the trains.
I'm not sure you are going to get away with it, though, if you steal 1. If it's $30 for 4, okay, according to my Jew math, that's only $7 and about 75 cents per meter, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's
you
that's
gotta do at
exactly
least-
the number. So $7.75
You got to do like
per
15
meter.
to make your money back for the
So
mailbox.
you better make sure that your gas tank is already full because in this economy, gas is expensive.
Well,
No,
you know
it's
what?
You might
It's
not
cheap
be
now.
able. Well, you might not be able to get away with it though if your tank is empty. Depending when
Well, if
you're
you're
driving.
stealing, if you're stealing
if you only rob 1 solo meter, you might not have enough money to actually get away effectively.
you'd have enough to get back the next night, but you're not making any money.
Actually, I got it. Here's a startup. You got about $4,000. You got to buy a car. You got to make it in one of those cars that'll take like grease from fast food restaurants, right? Then you go out and steal the mailbox. Don't buy it.
you got to
Just
steal the grease.
steal the mailbox, and you can steal the grease at night. So basically, what you're doing is you're robbing 30 parking meters one night as the mailbox. Then you jump in your car, put your mailbox in there. You drive to the next town. Along the way, you stop at a fast food restaurant, steal all their grease, fill your car up. You're in the next town, nothing.
That's a lot of work.
Well, business ain't easy there. I don't know. Everybody today
I'm-
thinks they're going to start a business is going to just go. It's hard work.
It is a lot of work, and I'm kind of fatigued right now from the 20 some odd minutes of work we've just done on the show, which is actually no work. But we're going to jump to a break. When we get back, we're going to bring back the segment that I skipped. And there's an education official that actually resigned over some comments that he regrets. We talked many times in this show. We've talked many times about how people still dress in blackface and don't get the fact that you shouldn't. Well, a 5th grade Alabama teacher did so, and now he's in trouble. Surprisingly, in Alabama, he's in trouble for that. And a 15-year-old was just charged with running a prostitution ring. All that and more on the Cranial Mission Show when we get back.
Hello, I am Dr. Ira Goldman, 3-star board-certified rated plastic surgeon taking over for the newly retired Dr. Raji. I will continue his legacy of excellence. It is now my turn to share an important message with the growing number of older men out there. Have you ever felt an excruciating pain in your stomach? Do you believe you have a hernia only to find out you're sitting on your testicles? Have you developed a rash on your beanbag from a dirty locker room floor? Up until now, Triple S, or saggy scrotum syndrome, has been an affliction that many men have just had to live with. Life without Triple S is no longer a fantasy. I use the tried and successfully utilized techniques of Dr. Raji for full scrotum rejuvenation therapy. Throughout a series of operations and an exercise regimen, I can give you back the testicles of a 20-year-old man. Call during this commercial and I'll also give you back the foreskin of a Greek god. Let's hear from some of our related patients. Patient number 1.
For the last 30 years of my life, I've just wanted to die. My scrotum hung so low that when I went to the bathroom, it was like I was making test tea. Ha, get it? Since my rejuvenation and optional foreskin reformulation, I'm ready to take my piggy to market again. Thank you, Dr. Goldman.
Patient number 2.
After almost suffocating my wife with my enormous droopy matzo balls, my friend Moish told me about Dr. Goldman's testicle rejuvenation. Yes, it took several invasive operations. But it's not like I had anything better to do. Now I can take Goliath down with my sling. Oh, thank you, Dr. Goldman.
So call me, Dr. Goldman, at 1-555-541-SACK to begin your transformation today.
First, there was 5-hour energy, and then there was 6. Now you can get a continuous 48 hours of energy because cardiac arrest is taking energy drinks to a whole new level.
Just one bottle has kept me up for days!
Cardiac arrest contains a formula that was once only available to Chinese military personnel.
You don't get that rundown feeling because you're never gonna come down!
Cardiac arrest is making dieting a thing of the past.
Don't worry about the calories because you're never gonna feel hungry!
Cardiac arrest is gonna get your motor running.
My bowels have been empty for weeks and I feel great!
Look for cardiac arrest energy drinks at a flea market or fireworks stand near you.
Howdy, friends. I'm local internet sensation and arch enemy of the evil Patrick Stewart, Lou Bob Jenkins. And when I have some spare time in between noodling for catfish and reconditioning mattresses, that's when I listen to the Cranial Mission Show with my good friends Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and the Reverend Joey T.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, folks, the penultimate segment of the program. We broadcast to you every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Been doing this as of November. It'll be 5 years. As the lovely Nicole walks up with some shots of Fireball.
That's
hell
dangerous.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That is dangerous.
I am Ben Charles. I'm joined by the C-Squared, Caleb Crispy.
What's up?
Known in Japan as Sweet K-Rob.
Sweet K-Rob.
As the Reverend Joey T walks up to join us as well. We're live here from the Reverend Joey T compound, broadcasting for a radio party, a pre-Halloween party. You want to be a part of the show, you're listening, and you're outside of the area where you can attend the party, shame on you. But you can call in. It's 813-438-6068 is the number to call. If you are here locally and you got nothing